How's it going, guys? Today I wanted to talk about this Dope plugin in Reason that I use to make drum beats. It's kind of like a loop player. There are actually three of them, I think. There's Beatmaker Dope, which is this boom bap hip hop rap one. There's Beatmaker Eden, which is like EDM, big room, rave. And then there's one more. There's Beatmaker Hustle, which is trap, grime, dirty south. They're pretty cool. And so they're loop players and they're instruments. Now, I'm a big fan of using loops. I think they can be a great way to generate ideas and as a starting point for other music you want to create. I'm not a fan of just throwing together like 4 loops and being like, I created a song. You threw together 4 loops, you know, you've got to do something with those loops. And I think these Beatmaker instruments really allow you to do that in quite a couple of cool ways. And so I wanted to go over some of those ways today that I used in this track. So the way they work, there are the individual drum hits over here. And if you flip the rack around, you can actually have separate audio going out for each of those instruments. But then over here, this is the part I wanted to look at today, the style section. For each of these piano keys, starting at C3, there's loops built in. So these black keys up the top, they are your intro loops. These white keys down the bottom, these are your verse loops. These black keys up the top, these are your fill loops. These white keys down the bottom, your chorus loops, and so on. And there's a whole bunch of like presets in here already. Preset loops, patterns and stuff. Now, if you want to change the sounds, you can do that by clicking around. This just changes how it's processed, I guess. The mix controls the amount of intensity of these effects and the amount of vinyl drive or whatever and stuff. There's a lot you can do with it. It's very, very cool, but I wanted to talk about a couple of ways that I use this instrument in this track to alter the loops and create some variation and some interest. So if we look over here, my drums are these red ones down here. Now in this first clip, you can see that I'm starting off with whatever's on C4. So maybe if I just do this so we can kind of see the instrument and the thing. So started with whatever's on C4, which is a chorus loop, and then I changed to that one, and then I had a fill. So if we play that, you can see that it's playing that chorus loop. If I play that, you can see that it's doing the chorus loop, then it's switching to the other chorus alternative, then it's doing the fill. Now, if I recall correctly, there was this bit in the fill that I didn't like. Yeah, okay. So it was this one here. So I didn't like that vocal yo or whatever. So what you can do is click on
yo,
that Vox hit and actually mute it, turn it off. So now when I play the loop, that Vox hit is not going to be there anymore. That level of customization on like an individual drum or sample bass, I think is very, very cool in a loop player. Because you don't have to try and like slice it out, you don't have to cut it out or anything. You can actually say, oh yeah, this loop's dope, but I don't want these bits, or that particular sample I want to be a little bit louder, or needs less decay or volume or pitch. You can change all of that stuff for each of these hits. You can see that as I'm cycling through them, you'll notice that the parameters for each one change. So you've got control over that stuff. Now, when I noticed this, I was like, this could make my life super easy, because I was like, how am I going to program a sidechain trigger when I've got this loop going? Like, I don't want to have to listen through and put a drum beat on every single drum beat hit that I'm hearing, because I'd already used this instrument to create a drum line, a drum part that I liked. So what I did to create my sidechain trigger, you can see this gray channel here, this is my sidechain trigger. It's not going anywhere, it's purely just triggering my compressors for my sidechain. What I did to create that was I literally just turned off every single drum except for the kick and the snare that I was using. Can't remember which snare I was using. Oh, I think I left them both on. So, and both bass drums, yeah. So I left these two bass drums on, I left that snare on, turned that percussion off, left that snare on, turned that off. Okay, so I go through and mute all of that. Now if I play back my loop, all we're left with is the kick and the snare and the loop. So what I did then was I right-clicked, went bounce in place, and that gave me this pre-emotive bounced track, which is literally just the kick and the snare part for my entire drum channel, which is what I wanted to be my sidechain triggers. I was like so happy when I figured that out. So then you can go and you just have to go unmute these drums. So that's sick. That allowed me to create the sidechain trigger that I wanted super quickly. Then the other thing that I wanted to do was create some more dynamic in the drum part. So what I did for that was just automate the sweep knob, which is like a filter sweep. So you can see that as it's playing through, but you can see as it's playing through, I've gone and automated the sweep knob to alter how the filter is treating the drums, just to give me a little more dynamic. A couple of other cool things you can do, if I just solo the drums, we can use this pitch bend here to either, I can't remember which way is which. One way gets rid of the snare and one way gets rid of the kick drum. So have a listen to what that sounds like. So you can filter in and out the snare or the kick using your pitch bend wheel on your keyboard. That's a pretty cool feature as well. The ambience is just adding reverb and general ambience to the mix. Yeah, so that is the Dope instrument loop player thing. I really enjoy starting a drum beat with one of these if I'm just kind of like working on a track and I don't have a specific beat in mind that I'm looking for. I find them really helpful for kind of generating ideas or maybe giving me an idea for a drum part that I may not have thought of because I'm not a drummer. And so if I'm working with a drummer, they'll bring ideas to the table, and then like as a producer I can be like, hey, maybe do that part with your drum track, or like once I've recorded it, then I can process how those drums sound. So using an instrument like this, which gives me essentially a drummer, or has the drum parts, and then I can be like, don't like that vocal hit, I'm gonna mute that, or I can change the sound of how it sounds. It's very cool. When I first got it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about not being able to get in and alter the notes on like a MIDI level, but after using it for a while, I'm like, this is great. This kind of changes the way that I'm able to come up with drum parts and generate drum ideas in my tracks. And like, I didn't in this track, but sometimes I will also layer kicks and snares and percussion and other stuff. I had a bit of percussion in here over top of it. Well, I guess I did. I guess I did in this track. So my gray is some percussion. So if I solo all of my gray channels, this is what it sounds like in this section with the drums and the percussion. And this section here. So yeah, it's by no means the only thing you want to be using, but it's a really cool way of generating drum parts. So yeah, if you've got that Dope plugin, hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you've got some ideas about how to work with loops anyway. I don't think working with loops is cheating at all. I think working with loops is just an awesome way of manipulating sounds, like mixing stuff up. You just want to make sure that when you work with loops, you work with the loops. You don't just play back the loops, if you get what I mean. But thanks for watching. If you're still watching, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you've got any cool tricks for dealing with loops. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I do really like this percussion vibe there.